Hello there and welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be telling you all about some of my current favourite makeup, but as opposed to just kind of tell you about the favourite makeup, I'm going to be doing like a get ready with me or get ready with you, as it should probably be called. So I'm just going to be showing you all of the products. This has also been my kind of go-to routine and makeup look for the past few days. I usually don't wear the same kind of makeup look more than like one time in a row. I've got so much makeup that I don't just want to wear the same stuff all the time, so I'll always like be changing it up. But yeah, I've really liked this particular kind of routine and I've really enjoyed the look that I've been wearing, so I just thought this would be like 2 videos in one: my current makeup routine maybe and my current favourites. So let's begin the double entendre. It's not a double entendre, it's a video like, oh my gosh, like literally guys. Okay, so to begin, I always moisturize, which I've just done using the L'Oreal Hydra Genius moisturizer for combo skin. And next I am going to do a little bit of priming. So my favorite primer right now is by Coastal Scents. This is called the Beginnings Face Primer. Coastal Scents sent this to me, but it took me a while to actually use it. But now that I'm using it, I actually, a blob just like literally flew off. But anyway, so yeah, I mean, I'm sure the pump was working like yesterday, but apparently not anymore. So, like, dude, what's wrong? Like, you were fine yesterday. Oh my gosh, like literally. Anyway, so yeah, the pump appears to be fecked. Like, I was just going to say good things about you and you embarrassed me in this manner. This is an extremely thick gel, like kind of silicone-y primer. I find that this really kind of smooths out my skin and it just makes it super easy to apply my foundation on top of. It doesn't really, I don't think, offer any particular lasting power. Look, I'm just taking the fecker out now. Look what you've driven me to, you fecker. But yeah, I don't think it does anything, you know, to like prolong the wear of your makeup, but it definitely smooths over pores. Oh, hey, gorgeous. Hello, buddy. How long were you there for? Okay, you come help. I'm just telling everybody about this primer. Do you know what primers are used for, Dre? Well, you put primer on before you put your foundation on, and it just acts as a really good base, and it makes my skin feel silky smooth. If you don't like silicone primers though, I don't think you're gonna like that one because he is super silicone-y. It just makes my foundation go on super smooth. So after I have primed, I always set my eyelids for the entourage of eyeshadow that's about to hit them. So lately I've been using the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define. You will have seen me talk about quite a lot of these products before, but yeah, these are like, this is my current like go-to routine. So I have this in the shade C3. I've tried the shade C1, too light. C3, quite pinky undertoned, and I think it just works really nicely as a neutral base. So I just pop, oh my gosh, I put quite a lot on. Pop some on my eyelids like so. My fingertips are super slippery because of that primer. Oh, this is a good look. Shall I just carry on with the rest of the day like this? Dre, what do you think, buddy? Is this a look? He went, yes, that's probably the right answer there. Would you be embarrassed if Mummy went to Tesco like this?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Yeah.
That's.
Oh no, Jay. You can't be pushing my camera.
Oh, la.
So, Jay, do you want to tell everyone where we've been this morning?
Gymnastics.
Yes, we did. Jay is
nothing.
very good at gymnastics. I put way too much on. Like, I don't usually use this much, but honestly, I'm sure like there's something too when you've got a camera on and you're applying concealer, you just go completely OTT. I don't know what it is. Oh, here's another one. Oh, hello. Everyone's here. So there we go.
I'm sick of fat suspicious. That isn't it?
Alex, do you want to say hello to everybody? Well, seeing as you're here. Hello.
want to see Mum's video anytime, you can watch it.
What was that, Jay?
I said if you want to see Mum's program anytime.
Has somebody trumped?
Not me.
Oh!
Him.
Alex, was that you? No. Okay, so I have set the eyes.
I've still got it.
Oh, Shania Twain. You still got it. Jay, don't pour it. No, that's my other one. Oh. Do your kids do this? Like, no, don't put that in your mouth. No. Alex trumped when he was in here, and now my room smells of Trump. I'm just... Yes. I've set my eyes. So the eyeshadow palette that I have just been absolutely loving. Oh, I almost fell off my stool again. But the eyeshadow palette that I've been loving using recently is the Modern Renaissance by ABH. So I've had this palette for ages, and for a long time I didn't really understand the hype. However, I don't know, I've just been using it a lot. The formula is exceptionally good. I find that the eyeshadows are very pigmented, but actually very, very easy to work with. What do you think of Mummy's eye?
Good.
Hey!
Where is Dad?
I think he's got downstairs. This is actually a true representation of how I do my makeup most mornings, with Alex sat on my knee. Just amplifying the challenge, but it's so much more fun. Like, I'm bored doing my makeup on my own these days. And Alex likes to sit there, don't you, bud? Learning about the makeups.
And I'm learning the numbers.
Okay, so I have done my eyes. So the reason why I really like these eyeshadows, they are very pigmented but very easy to work with. So I work in stages with this palette. So I'll do like I'll apply a little bit, blend it out, go back in, apply a little bit more, blend it out. The eye look doesn't end there. I mean, no. I am not afraid of wearing glitter any day. I do not need a special occasion to bring out the glitter. And one of my subscribers, Andrea, I'll put her name here, she so kindly sent me a full size of Diamond Dust by Stila, and this is beautiful. Like, I was wanting to try this for absolutely ages. I am just going to apply a little bit of this just to like the inner corner. I'm just going to wipe a little bit off the wand. I don't want too much on. I say that and I've just put loads on. But I just like to have a little, like, souchon, you know, of glitter on there. And this is absolutely gorgeous. It's full of, like, gold glitters, bronzy glitters, silver glitters. It's even got, like, purpley kind of blue glitters. Just focus it on the inner, like, 1.5 of my lid, and I just think it adds just so much to the look. And I love wearing this for work. Oh my gosh, like, you do get loads. This is the thing with these glitter and glows. The packaging looks tiny, and it is tiny, but you only need a tiny bit of the product. So I do find that they do last for much longer than you would expect, even if you're using it every day. And by the way, if you're using glitter every day, mad respect to you, like, really, guys. So I'm going to move on to a foundation. So my favorite foundation of the moment is the Too Faced Peach Perfect. I just feel like out of all my foundations, this one stays in place the best, like, out of them all. The only negative, as you will see in a sec, is that it's definitely like 2 shades too dark for me and too warm for me, and it oxidizes. So this is in the shade Vanilla, but like, I definitely feel these shades run dark. When I repurchase it, which I will, I'm gonna have to get like the lightest shade. So the shade range is shit, but I really love the formula. So I did wet my sponge earlier, but it feels dry. I'm just gonna pop a little bit onto my sponge. This is the Real Techniques orange sponge. I don't know if it has another name. You may know I also like the microfiber sponge from Juno. However, this fecker never looks clean. I just feel like it's impossible to actually clean it. I clean this all the time, but you just cannot get the foundation off it. So now I've started worrying that it's a bit unhygienic, and I never worry if things are hygienic or not. So I mean, that's saying something. Can you see though how dark this is? Like, look, compared to like the rest of my face, it's very not matching. I'm putting more on than I usually would for some crazy reason. Would you say this is vanilla? Like, this is not a typical vanilla. Vanilla is like my go-to shade, particularly with like drugstore foundations. But like, this is not vanilla. I like to apply my foundation after I've done my eyeshadow. If I'm a bit messy, you know, like around the edges, I can use the foundation and also the concealer just to like neaten that up. Whereas if I go in with my foundation first, I just make a mess. Like, I admire anyone that can do their foundation first, but unfortunately I just can't. Also, I have to bring this like all the way down my neck, which doesn't really help things, because then it just means that I have like an orange line going to here as opposed to here. I don't know how that helps anything, but I refuse to waste the foundation. Like, where do I have to bring it down to? All the way to my bubayas? I think not. Foundation has a like natural matte finish. It's not deadly matte. It's kind of more natural. It just looks like your skin, but better. It just has great lasting power for my skin. It never feels too dry. It never gets oily. I really, really like it. Okay, so there we go. Look at this. Concealer lips. Do you like it? Probably not. Anyway, okay, so next we're going to move on to concealer. I don't use concealer every day, but I have started using it a lot more since I found the Instant Age Rewind. Oh no, it's not. It's the Instant Age Eraser. Why was I thinking it was a Rewind? Is that like a Mandela effect, do you think? So this is in the shade Ivory, and I also have the one in shade Light. I like the Ivory one because it's more brightening, whereas I like the Light one just because I think it's more flattering somehow. I don't know why, but I feel like the lighter the concealer, the more it emphasizes lines, and it can also look a little bit dry sometimes. But because this foundation is too dark for me, I'm using the lighter shade because I'm hoping it's going to just like balance out my face a little bit. But probably not. I mean, I'm putting down my nose. See what I mean? The camera's on. She is going to town with the concealer. I'll just plop a little bit there. So again, I do just kind of slop all of this on with my beauty sponge. Although I did recently in a video try using a brush for this and I loved it. But I don't know where that brush has gone, so we're back to the beauty sponge. Again, you can kind of neaten up, you know, the outer area of your super sloppy eye makeup. I feel like lately I've just started to see lots of like benefits from using a concealer. You know, you can use it to lighten up, you know, foundation if it's a bit dark, and do a little bit of highlighting. You can draw cocks on your forehead disguised as a unicorn horn, and you can neaten up your eye makeup and also conceal. Like, that's like the least of the benefits for me. I don't know why, but anyway. So right, okay, so I don't really have like a favorite setting powder, so to speak, but I have been using this Makeup Revolution one. This was actually brought out Halloween 2017, and it's called the Ghost Powder, and it did at one time have a picture of like a ghost on there, but now it's covered in foundation. It looks skanky as hell. Like, it looks terrible, and I need to like scrape all the foundation off there, but probably not going to get around to doing that. So I just use my sponge and I try and pick up some of the bit that doesn't have foundation on it, and then I just like apply that under my eyes. I'm trying not to apply too much powder to my face because I'm realizing that it ages me, and I don't need anything else to age me. I love this powder because, as you can see, it's stark white, and I just feel like it really like brightens up the face. Can you see? I just really like it. I'm like down to party with this. Okay, now that I've got my foundation and concealer on, I'm going to just finish off under my eyes, and I'm also going to like blend out this little area which looks crap. So I'm just going to go back. Actually, I'm not. I'm going to use this little brush here, which is meant to be like, I think, an eyebrow brush, and I'm just going to go back in with Modern Renaissance. Where is she? Where is she? Oh, there she is. Okay, so I'm going to go back in with Cypress Umber, and then I'm going to be going in with my favourite, Buon Fresco, and I'm just going to like soften it a little bit because Cypress Umber, she is very bold and intense. So, oh my gosh, I've just realised my foundation. What? I didn't blend it round there. Holy vaginas! Oh, holy moly. Moly to the holy. To the holy molies. Every morning when I do my makeup, I'm literally doing it practically in the dark, which, you know, isn't the best, because I do it downstairs in the living room, and one of the light bulbs has gone, and honeys will not replace it. I mean, I should be like a 21st century woman, you know, and I should just do it myself, but I'd need a ladder, and I do not own a ladder. So yeah, in the meantime, I'm just doing my makeup in the dark and just hoping for the best, you know. Okay, so I've popped Cypress under the eyes, and as you can see, looks a little bit intense. So I'm going to go back in with Buon Fresco. I love Buon Fresco. I'm just going to like pop that over the top. Okay, so I've done that. I've done it, but I need to blend it. So I'm going to like clean off. By the way, that's not false tan. It's the moisturiser I use with self tanner in it. That's the fucking bus that hit my car, I think. You fecker. Oh, there's Postman. Uh-oh, Postman's in town. I hope he's got lots of packages for me today. So we had our works annual conference yesterday, and the theme was a carbon, something to do with carbon. I don't know, carbon. Oh my gosh, I was only there all day. I should probably know this, but anyway, there was a guy doing a presentation about how we can cut down our carbon footprint, and it was quite interesting, but not really. So I was feeling a little bit like tired, and I'd zoned out, like I'd glazed over, but it was in a beautiful monastery, so there was lots to look at, so that was nice. Like, the environment was really nice. But anyway, this guy was talking about carbon footprints, and I was zoned out, and then I heard him say makeup, and I was like, oh, my makeup junkie ears just pricked right up. But no, then he went on to talk more about the carbon footprint, and I think he said carbon makes makeup, and I was like, makeup? Anyway, guys, I was thinking, oh my gosh, is he going to tell us about a new palette that's just been released? No, he's going to basically make me feel guilty for shipping makeup over from China. Thank you, Mr. Man. I mean, really. So, okay, so the eyes, they are done. I am just going to do a little bit of blending just to make sure that everything is... Oh, I've not done this fecking bit. Oh, gosh, guys. Okay, so I'm just going to go back in, and I'm just going to blend with a soft and fluffy little brush. I'm just going to do this bit here. Okay, so there we go. That is the eyes. So, by the way, as well, like for work, I don't really wear, like it's not this smoky underneath the eye. I do a lot less. Okay, so deck. Why did it sound like I was like had some kind of sinus infection then? So next we're going to do the eyebrows, and you know that I love my ABH Brow Promenade, but lately I have been using these two products to make life harder for myself. I bought another Make Me Brow by Essence. This is so similar to Gimme Brow, but it's not got the little fibres in. It's definitely not as good, but it's a really, really good affordable dupe. So I have been really into like the fluffy brow as opposed to like the super intense cut your dick off kind of eyebrow. I don't know where that came from. Oh my gosh. But to fill in the eyebrows first, just to make sure that I have like, you know, a lot of coverage and there's no like little bald spots, I use the Wet n Wild Retractable Brow Pencil. And this is in the shade Taupe. I really, really like this. So I'm just going to start by brushing out the brows. I know, guys, I need to get these brows maintained. I need to do something. I have just neglected them, gone wild. They need to be on their own TV show, Brows Gone Wild, you know. That would be funny, wouldn't it? Brows Gone Wild and pubic hair. I mean, because we all know that can go pretty wild as well. Okay, so this is one of those little, like, you know, triangular kind of doodahs. So I'm just going to use it just to mainly focus on the inner, like the middle bit of my eyebrows, just so that I can, like I said, cover up any, like, bald spots or, like, patchy areas. So this is, like, the colouring in kind of bit. So like that. And I'm going to do the same on the other side. I also think this is a really good dupe for the ABH brow thingy. Not the Brow Wiz, the other one that's a bit thicker. Like this is like exactly the same. So yeah, and I really like the shade of Taupe. It's just a perfect taupey shade. Okay, so now that I've done the colouring in, I am going to fluff these motherfuckers up. So I'm going to get the tiny little... Do you know what? This does have little fibres in. I don't know if you can see it, but I can see little fibres in there, but they're definitely not as... I don't know. It doesn't plump up your eyebrows as much as the Gimme Brow, but then again, it's a lot cheaper. So I just use this to manoeuvre the little eyebrow hairs to make them all fluffy. I feel like this kind of eyebrow is more of like a friendly eyebrow, whereas my pomade eyebrows are more like ice queens. They're more cold, more distant, harder to crack, you know.
But intimidating, whereas these brows are like fun, friendly, outgoing. They're just happy kind of eyebrows, you know.
Could have them like this kind of fluffy, but this is like too fluffy for me. So yeah, I don't want them quite so fluffy, you know, because then they just turn into like crackhead eyebrows, which nobody wants. I just kind of play around with them a little bit and just get them looking a little bit like, hello, what's your name? My name's Bob the Brow. It's a pleasure to meet you. Can you see the difference? Like, it just made my brow look very fabulous indeed, if I don't say so myself. You're probably thinking, what? Anwen, no, girlfriend. If there's one thing I could change about this Gimme Brow, I would definitely add a taupe shade. This one is the blonde shade, and it's not bad. It's definitely not as warm toned as a lot of like blonde eyebrow products, but I'd love a taupe one. Just one that was a tiny bit darker maybe. Gosh, my eyebrow hairs are so long. Like, look guys, you know, if I really wanted to, I could have them like that. Now there's a thought, like literally that's like something you would see in your nightmares, you know. So I'm just gonna like not do that, but I'm still going for the fluffy brow look. So there we go. There we go. Oh my gosh, it looks a bit messy. I'm gonna go back in with the brow pencil, and I'm just gonna like draw on a little bit of like a tip, just so that the brow has just a little bit of definition, because for some reason my eyebrows seem to just end, and I don't know when that happened. Like when did they just decide, oh, do you know what, we're just gonna we're going to end like here. Like, why? I'm literally doing my makeup in the same steps that I would usually do it. So next I would go in with a little bit of contour, blush and highlight. I don't always wear blush, and I do. I was going to say I don't always wear highlight, but that would be a lie. I wear highlight every day, but sometimes, you know, you don't necessarily need, I just don't think sometimes blush, I need it. I'm like, no, I don't need you today. To contour, I'm going to be using the Catrice California in a Box palette. Pino sent this to me, and I just want Pino to know I use it so much. The shade that I'm going to be using today is this shade. As you can see, there's two kind of bronzer or contour shades. This one is very much like Taupe from NYX. This one's just a little bit lighter, so I feel a lot more comfortable with this one, but I can use this one as well, like if I'm feeling sexual. What? No, not sexual, but you know. Where did my mirror go? I feel like this would not be an Anwen video without her losing her mirror. Why am I talking about myself in the third person? Oh my gosh, that was a bit scary, wasn't it? Oh my gosh, like literally. Okay, where is it? Come on, mirror. This, oh, it's in between my vagina. Like, what are you doing down there? So I kind of use this as a contour, but also, you know, as a bit of bronzing as well. I don't like contour every single day because sometimes I just feel, I don't know, I feel like there's some days where I wake up and I think, yes, I feel like I could do an okay job contouring today. And there's other days and I just think, no, I'm not going to risk it today. This is contour face. Contour face, engage. And I don't necessarily go like this. I just kind of go like this. I kind of stipple it on. I don't know if that's like a done thing, but that's just what I find works for me. With makeup, you should just do whatever works for you. Whatever feels comfortable for you, just do it your way, you know. This is how I do it. I don't, but I go like that. Oh yes, oh yes, oh yes. There she is. And I always like to contour around the old FOD because I just feel like it adds a lot. If you don't forehead, what? I was going to say if you don't forehead your contour. If you don't contour your forehead, I would recommend that you give it a go because the contour forehead is life. What am I saying? I don't know. I don't know. I'm losing my mind, honestly, guys. Okay, so there we go. And I like to put a little bit around my jaw just to snatch all of that in. Okay, so next I'm going to apply just a tiny bit of blush just because I just feel like it today. So I'm going to use the shade Gaiety from NARS. This is my favourite blush. It's a beautiful cool toned pink. It's not very pigmented, so you do have to like, I don't know, you have to like pack it on. Like if I show you, if I just do like just a little bit like there, like where is she? What are you doing? You're not on my face, whatever you're doing. So you have to like go in again and just like build her up. This is blush face. I used to just put my blush on the apples of my cheeks, but now I kind of take it all the way up, all the way like that. Okay, so it's at this point that I set my face. As I said earlier, I don't like using a lot of powders on my face, so I just kind of powder set my concealer, but the rest of my face gets spray set. I don't know. My favourite spray is Fix Plus. I've run out of that and it's tremendously expensive, and Christmas is approaching, and you know, I would rather buy some lovely things for my kids. I feel guilty like buying things for myself at this time of year because I think I just want to buy stuff for my kids. So anyway, so I'm going to use the Makeup Revolution fixing spray. I've used this consistently now for the past month or so, and I really like it. It's definitely not as good as Fix Plus, mainly just because the spray is a little bit aggressive and it does have a slightly like alcohol kind of smell to it. So I don't like it as much as Fix Plus, but it's really good and it's so much more affordable. You just have to like make sure you don't have it too near your face when you spray it. I always like to apply my setting spray just before I apply my highlight so that my highlight really pops right off to space. So the highlight that we're going to be using today is by Wet n Wild. This is the Blossom Glow and it's one of the Mega Glow highlighters. This one is absolutely gorgeous. I definitely say this is more for kind of lighter, fair skin. And then they have Precious Petals, which I also have. That one is more peachy, kind of a peachy champagne. I don't tend to use very light, kind of pearlescent highlight shades like this. I always find they can look a little bit unnatural on me. I think because this one has got a little bit of pink in it, I can kind of get away with it a little bit more. And I love to pop a little bit just here because I just think it brings all of the glow in together. If you're not putting highlight between your eyes, what are you even doing right now? I don't mean that, but honestly guys, I think it just ties, you know, the excessive use of your highlighter all in together. I'm just applying more. I'm just like, yes, yes. Oh, look at that, guys. It's beautiful. It is sensational. I absolutely love this. The formula's great. The shade is great. I just think it's beautiful. I've definitely applied a little bit too much on my chin, but feck it. Oh, hello, little buddy again. Of course. Of course. I can play horsey, okay?
What?
In just a minute. I shan't be long, okay? Because I'm almost finished, so I will not be long. Okay, so next I'm going to be doing mascara, and I am going to be mixing two just because I'm extra like that. And obviously Lash Princess is my long-term bae, but I have recently tried the mascara from Makeup Revolution,
Mommy,
and I really like this one too.
Cappuccino.
No, that is not cappuccino, that is vanilla latte. But you like vanilla latte as well. Alex loves a good coffee. But he likes cappuccino's his favourite, isn't it, little one? The Lash Princess is volumizing and lengthening. Believe me, you do not need a co-pilot with the Lash Princess. She is just fabulous by herself. But I do find that the mascara from Revolution does add a little bit more in the way of like oomph. You don't need this, so I'm just purely doing this just because that's what I've been doing recently. Just like, I don't know why actually, but I'm just going with it. So I'm going to begin with the Lash Princess.
I don't like it.
You did not like latte today? Oh no. Oh no, gorgeous. Right, oh my gosh, now this is the bit that you cannot do with a child on your knee. Like I can do everything else with a child on my knee, but this, I don't know if I have the skills for that. So, oh, hello. Hello. Somebody's texting.
You and Ian.
Oh, Ian, lift guy Ian. Yeah, so we went into my office this morning because the lift was getting oiled. Did you know lifts get oiled? Like, I never knew that. But anyway, so Ian, the lift engineer, came in, didn't he? Oh, Alex has got some highlight up on. Do you want me to do a little bit of highlight on you, bud?
Yeah.
Which one do you want? Do you want that one that you've just got? This is a girl's best friend from Makeup Revolution. Oh, Shania Twain. Look, this is it. Are you happy with this one? Do a little swatch if you want, bud. Test it out. Oh. Alex, all the ladies in Tesco are going to be saying, oh, who is he? Who is this delightful little highlighted fella? Oh, look at that nose. Oh, so cute. Look, Alex, we have matching noses. Twins. A little bit on your chinny chin chin. Oh, yes. Alex, do you like makeup?
Yeah.
Do you think you might be into makeup when you're a bit older, maybe?
Yeah.
What do you think?
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, guys. Oh, Alex, no.
I am wiper.
Okay, but Alex, we should respect the makeup. You know, gorgeous. Hey, look at that glowy face. What do you think? Do you like your nose? Can you see it's glowing like one of the reindeers? Ooh, very nice, gorgeous. Alex, do you want to pretend to do the video? What would you say?
Good boy. Like your mom. my mom.
Okay, so I'm going to apply the Lash Princess first. Okay, so there we go with the Lash Princess. And next I apply the mascara. This one has a very thick, girthy, chunky, thick. Did I say thick? This has a very, very generous wand, to say the least. So I just like to pop a little bit on. Like, I know it's excessive, guys. You do not need to be using 2 mascaras, particularly if you're using one as good as a Lash Princess. But, like, yeah, this is just what I've been doing recently. Just wasting my mascaras, probably. Okay, so there we go. So now I'm going to do the finger technique. Oh, I think they're getting some building work done on their campaign to constantly be making some kind of noise every single hour of the day.
Oh, not doing every man get out.
And maybe the front door, bud. Also, just before I forget, and before I put mascara on my lower lashes, I've been using this 24/7 Glide On eyeliner by Urban Decay in the shade Vice for the past few weeks. I just really like it in my waterline. It's kind of like a metallic purple, but it doesn't really come off like that. It just makes your eyes look kind of intense, and I love it. Can you see that? I just think it adds a really nice pop of something a little bit extra, and I really, really like it. Okay, so I'm going to finish my eyelashes with a bit of a Lash Princess. I almost said princess. That's funny. This is also the best bottom lash mascara face. The most unappealing of all the makeup faces. Okay, so this is the finished lashes. As you can see, we've got a lot of volume, a lot of length, and a beautiful curl. So just to finish off, we are going to be using a liquid lipstick, right? This is the one area where I'm actually using a product that I don't use for work. Not that I wouldn't use it for work, but I'm just like going off-piste right now with this. So I was thinking, should I use my Dirty Money, or should I use my other new Jeffree Star, which is this one, which is Queen Supreme? Like, which one do you think? I thought this might go with my top, but then this one is just fabulous. But is this going to take over too much? Alex, which liquid lipstick should I use for my lips? The pink. What about this one? No. You know when you ask for someone's opinion, but really you know what you want, this and you're like, oh, Shania. The pink one. Okay, right. Alex wants pink, so we're going to use the pink. So this is Queen Supreme from Jeffree Star. Okay, so there we go. Oh, I just think she's beautiful, but not as pink as I was hoping for. She's definitely a lot more purple, and you'll see, like, as she dries, she becomes more purple. She was described as being a neon pastel pink, which was like my dream, but she definitely... Alex, what do you think?
Good.
Okay, so this is the finished makeup look. This is literally, apart from the lip, this is what I've been wearing to work for the past week.
Hello, Mummy.
Hello. I hope that you've enjoyed this video. Do someone. Do you want a little bit on? Are you hinting to me that you want some? No? Oh my gosh, that's a good kiss test, a good resistant test. That's good. Anyway, okay, so
Bye.
yes, bye-bye. So we hope you've enjoyed the video, don't we, Alex? And we will see you in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Bye! Alex, are you doing a big wave? Bye, everybody! Oh, Alex, that little face.